Feeling good to see you all here. Good morning, all. Buenos días a todos. Bom dia a todos. Bonjour a todos. Do you guys understand these things? No? I greeted you all with the same meaning in 4 different languages. They are English, Spanish, Portuguese, and French. But if you ask me to do the same thing before a year ago or a few months ago, I would not have greeted you like this. So that difference of me from the past and present and that will be in the future is defined as growth. I am here on the stage to define growth. Growth is not what most of you think here. It's neither your height nor your weight. Just give me 15 minutes of your valuable time. I ensure I will give you growth. Others cannot define your growth. Only you can define your growth, but no one knows you better than you. Others just can't say, hey, you have become tall, or hey, you have crossed my height. It's not that case. You should not feel you have grown when others say this to you. Only you have to identify your growth. First of all, how to identify growth? Identification of growth requires the following steps. Step 1, sit in a chair comfortably. Step 2, close your eyes completely. And step 3, visualize clearly. Visualize the path you have come across, the difficulties you faced in that path, and the achievements you gained by that path. Compare yourself standing in the entrance of the path and in the ending of the never-ending path. If you feel satisfied, you can be proud of yourself because you have grown. Either it's for a shorter goal or a longer goal, you can be proud of yourself because you have grown. Whatever you do, wherever you go, there's always growth in it. So there are types of growth around this world. They are player growth, technical growth, social growth, and beneficial growth. Number 1 is player growth. In this type of growth is achieved by any student or anyone involved in any kind of sport. For example, you see a boy or a girl dribbling his basketball or a football, and if you compare the same boy in grade 12 and higher classes, compare dribbling the same ball with more skills, you can identify a difference. That difference defines player growth. Next is technical growth. This type of growth is only about computer and its computing. You compare a boy in grade 6 typing his or her computer very slowly using no shortcuts. And if you compare the same boy in grade 12 typing very fast using shortcuts, coding for complex programs, you can identify a difference in it. That difference defines technical growth. It's only about computer and its computing. Next is the social growth. Do you know why there's an S behind growth which makes it as a plural form? Because there are 2 categories of growth. They are category 1 social growth and category 2 social growth. Category 1 social growth defines one man's transformation, whereas category 2 social growth defines one society's transformation because of one man's thought. Category 1 social growth. This type of growth is for all introverts and ambiverts in this auditorium or even in this world. First of all, what's those introvert, ambivert, extrovert things? Let me explain those things. First of all, introverts are the ones who hate socializing with people. Extroverts are the ones who love socializing with people. They are the extreme opposite of each other, and ambiverts are just in between them. Ambiverts live in a small circle. They have 2 lives and has 2 faces and lives 2 lives. They behave like an introvert to the ones beyond that circle, and they behave like an extrovert to the ones within that circle. So category 1 social growth is defined by the transformation of an introvert or an ambivert to an extrovert. For example, you see a boy a year ago feeling very shy to express his feelings or thoughts in public. And if you compare the same boy after a year ago, feeling very easy to deliver a 15-minute TED talk like this in a big stage in front of you all. That defines category 1 social growth. Next is category 2 social growth. In this type of growth, where one society gaining something good by one man's thought or innovation. Most of the scientific inventions come under this type of growth. You see, for example, Martin Cooper, if Martin Cooper had not thought of inventing a device which could do what a computer can do, we could not have got mobile phones. And the little spark invented by Thomas Alva Edison created a lot of light bulb series which are in front of me, by which you all could see me now. And special thanks to Emil Bernlier who invented this microphone, by which you are all listening to my speech through this microphone. Thank you, gentlemen. Next is the beneficial growth. All growths are beneficial and all growth should be beneficial. One of the main checklists to identify a growth is its benefit. It should be either beneficial for us or to this environment. For example, imagine a boy who plants a sapling in his terrace. He gets wondered by the growth of that plant. He even plants a lot of saplings in his terrace. And he even insists his families, his friends, and his relatives to plant a sapling at least wherever they go, by which he becomes the reason of planting more than 100 saplings around this world. His growth is considered to be beneficial because his growth benefits every living being around this world, including us. Hope you have understood the types of growth. Now let me share a few stories by which you could identify what type of growth does that story come under. Story number 1. There once lived a poor boy in a village. He was highly interested towards math, but due to his poor financial situations, he just got studied in government school in his own medium, in his own village. But his interest towards math can never be stopped and was very high. He worked hard, daily solving sums. He spent days and nights solving sums. Like that, he just got filled with math. Finally, after years of hard work, he got a seat in a prestigious institution to persuade his interest towards math. But unfortunately, at that moment, his father passed away. These critical situations forced him to do small jobs for their family situations. But his passion towards math can never be stopped. He then thought of starting a tutorial center where he could educate other poor students math. After years of hard work, he finally started a tutorial center and conducted a lot of programs by which he educated a lot of poor students. He made sure that none of the poor students gave up their interest just like him. So, can you identify what type of growth does this story come under? This story comes under beneficial growth because compare this man with the boy who planted 100 saplings. That boy planted 100 saplings which is useful for the good environment and good future. This man planted a lot of achievers, planted a lot of brains which could be useful for a better environment and a better future. Next, story number 2. There once lived a fruit seller in village. He never stepped in date school. He can never write nor learn. He can never understand English. One day he was selling his fruits in bus stand. One day a foreign tourist approached him to ask the cost of his fruits that which he was selling. They asked him in English. He was not able to understand the meaning which they asked. So at that moment he thought that if I would have understood English, I would not have suffered. So I don't want my village to suffer just like me. At that moment, he had a dream of building a school by which he could educate other poor villagers to learn and understand English. He worked hard and saved a little bit money daily. He even shared his dream to everyone in his village. Many mocked him, but few helped him. After years of hard work, he was able to build a school in his village. His dream was fulfilled, but he was not stopped because he worked even more harder, developed the facilities of the school, and he made sure that all the students understood and learned English well. So can you identify what type of growth does this story come under? This story comes under category 2 of social growth. This man's thought of educating and making other students understand English helped a lot of poor students and made them not to suffer just like him. Do you all think that these stories are made up by me? Definitely not. Do you think that these stories are made up by me? Definitely not. Because these stories are based on true stories that happened in India. This man right here, Anand Kumar, is the man who started a tutorial center, educated poor students. He even started a program called Super 30 where he educated poor students math. Even a movie named Super 30 was directed, getting inspired by his life. And this man, Harekal Hajaba, the man who never went inside school, the fruit seller who was able to build a school. He even got Padma Shri from the President of India for his social service. It's absolutely right. It's amazing, right? Yes. Listen guys, let me share a secret formula which is also a mnemonic invented by me, by which you could attain growth and success simultaneously in your life. That is 3D equals 3G. If this theorem of 3D equals 3G is proved in your life, I am definitely sure you would have attained success and glory in your life. The three Ds are dedication, desire, discipline. The three Gs are goal, growth, and glory. Each of this D is related to each of this G. With only desire, you can't achieve. With desire and dedication, you can attain goal and growth, but not glory. With desire, discipline, and dedication, you can attain goal, growth, and glory. If this theorem is proved in your life, then you can absolutely attain success. You can be successful in life. Many historical characters proved this theorem in their life. Many real life characters also. Many real life characters such as the GOAT of football, Cristiano Ronaldo, the GOAT of cricket, Virat Kohli, and Manoj Kumar Sharma, the man who became IPS yet failing his 12th boards. And many mythological characters like Karna, Arjuna even proved this theorem in their life and became successful in their life. So you all know Karna from the great epic Mahabharata. He is the best example for this theorem to be proved. Let me explain in few cases for better understanding. Case number 1. Karna has the desire to become the world's best archer, but was not dedicated and lacked the discipline. So he will be only desiring. Nothing is achieved, nothing is gained nor attained. Case number 2. Karna has the dedication towards becoming an archer, but has the desire of becoming something else, like a charioteer or any other profession. He can attain growth, but not glory in his life. Case number 3. Karna has the desire to become the world's best archer, dedicated towards becoming the world's best archer, but lacked the discipline. So he will attain growth and goal, but not glory in his life. And his arch-rival Arjuna would have become the world's best archer. Then how did even Karna manage to become the world's best archer? The answer is that Karna proved this theorem. That is, he had the desire of becoming the world's best archer, dedication towards becoming the world's best archer, and discipline when he became the archer, by which he attained goal, growth, and glory, thus becoming the world's best archer. Hope this theorem is proved through the life of Karna, the valiant warrior, and the world's best archer. You see, many try to attain growth very fast, but it's impossible to attain growth in a shorter period of time because growth is a growth process. It's confusing, right? Yes, growth is a GROWTH process. The full form is that G stands for gradual, R stands for reliable, O and W for orderly, well-regulated, T and H for transforming and high-achieving process. Yes, growth is a growth process. Let me explain that. Growth is a gradual process. Let me take an example from the nature because it's our best teacher. You all know about germination of seed. As soon as you sow the seed, you will not obtain fruit. As soon as you water the seed, you will not obtain the fruit. The soil requires a period of time by which it will absorb the nutrients, absorb the minerals provided to it. And after a period of time, it produces the fruit. Because good things take time and it's slow and steady. Growth is a gradual process. Growth is reliable too. Once you started to grow, no one can stop you. But that process should have your utmost dedication towards it for you to attain 100% growth. Next, growth is orderly and well regulated. You see, growth is orderly and well regulated. Growth is orderly and well regulated. Take the example as I said earlier. None of the steps can be repeated. Without sowing a seed, you can't obtain a fruit. Without watering the seed, you can't obtain a fruit. So growth is orderly and well regulated. Growth is transforming and high achieving. Growth transforms you into a new man or a new woman when the path ends. And growth makes you to achieve high in your life. Growth is a social need for everyone because everyone wants to grow in their life. Growth is very important in your life as it brings both glory and success to you. Consider life as a book. Be the author of it, be the publisher of it, be the antagonist and be the protagonist of the book. Because it's your own book. No one can write your book other than you. Only you can publish your book because it's always you. Even only you can define your growth. Write that book more inspirational such that others read that book, get inspired to write a book just like that. If you don't like books, then no worries. You can even compare your life as a movie. Be the director of it, be the actor of it, be the music director of it, or even be the producer of it. Because it's your own movie. No one can direct your own movie. And also, only you can define your growth. Direct that movie more inspirational such that others watch that film and try to recreate or try to live like that film in their life. Finally, you might ask, why this boy is giving a speech about growth without even attaining it? Let me answer that question. I attained a growth which I consider as a growth in this very own stage of TEDxYouth at RJM. You see, in my grade 9, that was my first year at TEDxYouth at RJM. I was sitting in that corner wearing a coat suit serving as a volunteer for this TEDxYouth at RJM. That was my first year. And in my grade 10, I went to the next level by becoming an awardee by a contest conducted by the TEDx committee, which was a level above. And in my grade 11, last year, as most of you know, I was the curator of last year's TEDx. That was a level above than before. And finally, I am here on the stage in the final level of TEDxYouth at RJM in my grade 12 as a speaker in front of you, giving a speech about growth. Now, I am sitting in that corner, not as a volunteer, but as a speaker speaking in front of you. speaking in front of you. So this growth inspired me to give a full speech about growth. You know, there's even hidden detail in this presentation. Even my presentation has a growth in it. In the first slide, it was a dark blue, and it has a transformation from a dark blue to a light yellow, which is just behind me. The transformation was dark blue to light blue, next to a purple to pink, and then to a light yellow that's just behind me. So whatever you do, wherever you go, there's always growth in it. So always try growing. Thank you for giving me 15 minutes valuable time. I hope I gave you growth. And friends, always be united. Thank you.